What if Lilith never left? What if she didn't vanish into myth, but waited? And what if the modern world, with its hunger for power, independence, and rebellion, was exactly the kingdom she always wanted? Because if Lilith were alive today, she wouldn't be hiding, she would be ruling. Before Eve, there was Lilith, not formed from a rib, not made to follow, formed the same way Adam was, equal, unbowed. And when she refused to kneel, she was cast out. But what if exile wasn't punishment? What if it was freedom? Imagine she stepped into 2026, not into a garden, but into a city of glass and neon. And this time, no one tells her to submit. Lilith would understand this world instantly. A world built on ambition, on self-creation, on breaking old systems. She would not need to tempt anyone. They already crave what she represents: independence, power, autonomy. She would build influence quietly at first, a voice online, a movement, a philosophy, not chaos, control. Her message would be simple: you were not made to kneel, and millions would listen. Corporations would seek her, leaders would fear her, movements would quote her. She wouldn't shout, she would speak calmly, and the world would rearrange itself around her ideas. Relationships would change, power structures would shift, traditions would weaken, because Lilith doesn't destroy systems, she replaces them, and slowly, submission would feel outdated. But here's the unsettling part. She wouldn't look like a villain, she would look reasonable. In interviews, she would speak about equality. In speeches, she would speak about freedom. In private rooms, she would speak about leverage. Because Lilith understands something ancient. Control is strongest when people believe they chose it. And in a digital age, influence spreads faster than any serpent's whisper. She wouldn't offer forbidden fruit. She would offer identity. And Adam, he would see her everywhere. On screens, on headlines, in conversations. A presence too large to ignore. And Eve might not resist her. Because Lilith's rebellion doesn't look like rebellion anymore. It looks like empowerment. Within a decade, the world wouldn't say her name in fear. They would say it in admiration. Lilith would sit at the center of a cultural shift. No throne, no crown, just influence. And influence is stronger than a kingdom. But power always reshapes the world in its own image. And the question wouldn't be, is Lilith evil? The question would be, what happens to a world with no submission at all? No yielding, no surrender, no sacred limits. What happens when everyone becomes their own god? Maybe exile was never her punishment. Maybe it was preparation. And maybe she was never cast out of Eden. Maybe she was waiting for Eden to evolve. And if she is already here, would we even know? If you enjoy dark reimaginings of ancient myths, subscribe, because next time, we ask what happens when Lucifer builds his own empire.